Hello, Hivers. Welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where a creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Florida, serving customers all over the United States. And today, we're going to be making a cute card using the Happiest Day stamp set, along with the Kindest expression stamp set, and the deckled rectangle dies, okay? So let's go ahead and get started on our project. Just a note, if you want to find out anything that's going on with Stampin' Up! As far as sales, promotions, and sign-ups, the latest paper pumpkin, my host code, please visit my blog at honeybeestampinhive.com, and there you will find out all of the buzzworthy business that's going on. So we're going to start with 2 pieces of basic white. We have one that is 3.5 by 4 3/4, and one that is 5 by 3 3/4. Okay, this is for our outside, this is for our inside, and we're going to do some stamping on the bigger one. Okay, so let me get my Tuxedo Memento ink, and we're going to go ahead and stamp our inside. I'm going to stamp my little dragonfly there, and I'm going to get some wild wheat. And where's my stamp? I have the little sunburst stamp here. I'm going to ink that up in wild wheat, and I'm going to stamp it right there in the corner. Then we have the inside for that sunburst, and we're going to ink that up in wild wheat, but we're going to stamp it off, then put it in the middle, just like that. Then we're going to take the word hey. We're going to ink that up in basic black, or the Tuxedo Memento black, and we're going to stamp that in our sunshine. Then we're going to stamp Oh Happy Day in basic black, in the Tuxedo Memento black. Goodness. We're going to put that right there, just like that. And that's all we need the black for. Now we're going to do the wings, and we're going to use some boho blue, and we're going to stamp the, let me see, I think I'm going to do the, I guess the larger wings. No, I want the smaller wings in boho blue. Is that right? Yeah. Stamp that down right there. Then we're going to take Moody Mauve. As you can see, these are the 2020, not 2024, but the 2022 to 2024 in colors. The Moody Mauve is going to be for the larger wings. I'm going to ink that up and put it on there just like that. And that is the inside of our card done. So let's go ahead and get our card base here. I have a card base of Moody Mauve, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Let's go ahead and burnish down our score line here. I have some basic black that is 5 1/4 by 4, and we are going to adhere this to this basic black piece. And I'm using the Stampin' Seal. Gonna give that a try. I'm trying to move fast because we have a lot of stuff to do for this card. Okay, let's go ahead and put this in on the inside of our card base. Okay, so that is our inside done. So next we're going to go back to that smaller white piece, and we're going to do a lot of sponging. So I'm going to get my little blending brushes. Let me move these stamps that I used. And we're going to start with the wild wheat. Going to ink it up very heavily. However, I'm going to take most of it off, and I'm going to lightly add some color to our cardstock. I don't want the colors to be really dark. Okay, so now we're going to go to the boho blue. So that was one of the mini brushes I was using. Now this is the regular size brush. Gonna try to make it light. That corner is a little too dark, but we're gonna go with it. Okay, so then we're gonna go next to our Moody Mauve. I don't have a brush for each color, but I try to use the, the same color family on my brushes. So we're gonna just go ahead and put this Moody Mauve in the empty spaces. And again, I did that first corner a little dark, not on purpose, but just trying to fill in the empty spaces with the Moody Mauve. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I want to add a little bit more of the wild wheat right here, just to get that going. If you go into the other colors, it makes like different colors. So I just wanted to spread that a little bit bigger. Okay, so that is it. So let me put up all of our inks. Okay, so now what we're about to do is emboss our sentiment onto this layer. So let me get some scrap paper, some grit paper. We're gonna get our embossing buddy. I need a new one. This one is we're gonna make sure we put this on heavily because we just put all this ink on there and the ink might not be that dry, and we don't want our embossing powder to stick anywhere we don't want it. So we're going to get some Versamark ink, and we're going to stamp our sentiment from Happiest Day. We're going to stamp that right in the middle here. Just like that. No, you can't see it, but just a moment. We're going to get some black embossing powder. This is the Wow black embossing powder. We're going to sprinkle that on. And I do it twice because when I pop off of the extra powder, sometimes the powder I want to stay on comes off. And I'm not that worried about the black sprinkles staying on. I don't know why I was talking about it so much, because on this particular card, I want some of the black flakes on there. Okay, so now we're gonna get our heat tool and emboss. Okay, so now I'm going to get a basic black Stampin' Right marker. Mine is kind of beat up, but I use this one now to do this. I'm just going to make a bunch of splatter. Okay, so I did that with the black. Now I'm going to get a block. I have my, what are these called? My water painters. But I'm not going to use this. I'm just going to get a little bit of water. I'm not going to use this to paint. I'm going to use it to spread water onto my project here. I'm just flicking it onto my project, and you'll see after a while, I want some bigger drops. it'll start changing the color as it dries, as it soaks in, rather. I want quite a bit of these on here. Let's do some more of the splattered ones. Look, the splattered look. Let's see, this corner doesn't seem to be getting much. Let's add more water. There we go. Then splatter, splatter, splatter. Okay, so that's all I needed that for. Now, one more step is to get some of the white refill for the craft ink, the white craft ink. We're going to add a little bit to our block next to the little pile of water. And we're going to mix it, but I want to be careful because I don't want it too watery because then the color won't show. So we're going to, I have just a generic little paintbrush I got from the dollar store or something. I don't even know where it came from, really. I've had them for so long. I'm just going to twirl that into the white and just tap a little bit of water on it just to get it so I can splatter some white. Okay, so we're going to take our heat tool one more time and heat this to dry the water and the ink. Okay, so that should be good. Now we're going to do some die cutting. So let me get my dies. So I told you we're using the deckled rectangle dies. So I have 4 dies here. We're going to use every other die. So the smallest of each one is going to be the one that stays on this. Okay. So we're going to line this up right over our sentiment like this. Oh man, I wish a little bit more blue was in here. I'm going to get some washi tape and hold that on. I'm going to take this one, center that on here, get washi tape and hold that on right there. And again, this is the 3.5 by 4 3/4. So then I have a piece of basic black that is 5 by 3 3/4, and we're going to take those other 2 dies and put it on the black. Okay, so we're going to take this one and center it onto the basic black, and this one right in the middle of that, and then we're going to run this through the Stampin' and Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, so I ran everything through, so let's go ahead and remove our dies from our cardstock. Being careful not to tear with the washi tape. Oh, putting the wrong things to the side. Let's get all of our pieces apart. And then we're just gonna start layering things together. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, this big piece is gonna go on here, this piece is gonna go on here, and this piece is gonna go on there. So let's get some liquid glue, and I'm gonna put it just on the edge of the frame on all of them, and I'll be right back once I finish layering them all up. Okay, so now I have everything adhered together. I went ahead and put some of the foam adhesive sheets on the back of this layer, so that you can use Stampin' Dimensionals, but I just use the foam adhesive sheets because they're bigger and it's a bigger surface. Okay, so now we're gonna start layering everything together. So I'm gonna put this onto our card base, and I'm gonna use the liquid glue. So we're gonna just put some glue around the edge here. And I'm gonna put this right onto my card base. Just like that. Now this piece is gonna get layered on here, but I don't want it to look like it's right out of here. So this is not gonna be like the, I can't even think of what it's called, but I wanna turn it upside down so we can have different colors on each level. I'm trying to think of that technique where you would do this and you want it to be like that, but I can't think of it right now. So we're just gonna layer this evenly to cover that open space. Then we're gonna add this on. And we wanna put this right in the middle of this open space. Just like that. Yep. Okay. And the last thing we're going to do is add some bling. So now I am using, oh, I said 2022. These are the 2023 to 2025 in colors. So these in color dots are retired. However, I keep telling you guys, I'm going to use things that I have. These colors are still going, so I'm going to still use them. So I want to put a blue one, my last boho blue. I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna use a small of the Moody Mauve and a medium of the Wild Wheat. And that's it. Isn't that cute? That's the card done. I love this. Wishing you the happiest birthday. Oh, happy day. And then it's, hey. Okay, and there's still enough room in here to write your message. And as you can see, I had already done some. So let me show you those. I did one that I put on a boho blue base, the card base, just like that. And then I did one using the main image from the Kindest Expressions. So on these cards, the Kindest Expressions on the inside. On this one, I used it on the outside. Scenting sunshine and rainbows. So I did less layers because it was a bigger sentiment. And then that's the inside of that one. Isn't this cute? Okay, you guys, that's it. That's all. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I would like to thank you for buzzing by the Hive today. Until next time, buzz you later.